ASG has already turned down a bill that would allow students to bring their handguns on here to campus. Both Rob and Johnson spoke about how proud their father was to say that he came from this great university in the Hill Country. Higher education will reap some benefits from the $787 billion stimulus bill. State lawmakers are considering a bill that would give people the right to carry a concealed handgun on campuses if they are licensed. ASG has already turned down a bill that would allow students to bring their handguns on here to campus. Since the bill was turned down at Texas State, it now heads to the state legislature, and students at Texas State are having mixed emotions about it.
They passed the test to get their concealed handgun license. Why stop them from carrying it on campus? It's another place that they feel like they need to be protected. They feel like they need it, might as well have it.
Bob Mann, a journalism and mass communication lecturer, strongly disagrees with the proposal.
I'm opposed to it. I suspect that the majority of violence in this country occurs among probably people between 17 and 25.
The representative who wrote the legislation, Republican Joe Driver, says he believes a committee vote might come as early as next week. Representative Driver says he has 70 House members signed on at this point, but it would require 76 to pass in the House. 12 of 31 senators have indicated that they will support the bill. For Bobcat Update, I'm Lisa Freeman.
Texas State's most famous alum would be proud of his alma mater. That, according to his daughters who were on campus last night. President Lyndon Johnson graduated from what was then Southwest Texas State University 79 years ago. In this Bobcat Update, Lisa Freeman tells us about how he is remembered.
Linda Johnson Robb and Lucy Baines Johnson closed out this year's Common Experience theme, Civic Responsibility and the Legacy of LBJ, by giving a lecture named in his honor. The lecture was the final event in a year-long celebration of Johnson's birth 100 years ago. Both Rob and Johnson spoke about how proud their father was to say that he came from this great university in the Hill Country. They also said that he would be proud of the growth Texas State has experienced and that it has still remained a university family.
He was abused and proud of the fact that somebody who had gone to what was then a teacher's college, small school, could have gone so far.
When you chose to remember him on campus, you chose to remember him as a student, not just as a man who went on to be president of the United States.
President Johnson was a graduate of the class of 1930 and was the 36th president of the United States. He returned to the campus November 8, 1965 to sign the Higher Education Act, one of the most important pieces of legislation enacted during his presidency. His final visit to Southwest Texas State came 6 days before he died on January 22, 1973, to speak to political science students. For Bobcat Update, I'm Lisa Freeman. According to information provided by Texas State Financial Aid Office, there was a 1.1% increase for federal work-study funds during this fiscal year. However, the number of study positions was reduced as a result of the increase in minimum wage that occurred in July 2008. The number of students receiving Pell Grants will see an increase, and the maximum amount of the grants are greater than previous years.